what they make of Gravity's 2-0 start.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, we saw some change. We still saw that Amumu come through, so I want to attack that first because I know we have some issues with the way the Amumu is being played out.
Yeah. Well, for me, I feel like Hai is actually making a lot of mistakes on Amumu, which is just compounding the weaknesses that Amumu already has. Like we were talking about the windows of engagement that Hai and the rest of Cloud9 are having trouble filling. So like he uses ultimate, they get one kill. They're not chaining it into an objective. But outside of that, there are moments where Hai is wasting his mana, so he can't have an extended fight, burning his flash defensively so he can't use it to actually have a team fight at the end of the game. And it feels like he's a little bit on tilt, as well as already playing a champion who is not standard for the competitive scene.
Yeah, and one of the big things about the Mumu Engage is that in these scenarios, it's so telegraphed that the Mumu is just walking up. And basically what Gravity is doing, they're just putting their tanks in front of him and trying to like keep him off their carries. And the Mumu actually never gets a chance to get on the important targets and follow up with Lulu ulti and Yasuo combo. Yep. So a part of it is it's kind of hard to execute if you lack the vision control. And then I would like to see some more engage from other people. It can be in the top lane, it can be on the support role. So it's actually easier to execute for the team.
No, Freak, the problems with engagement were only exacerbated by the fact that Cloud9 was losing pretty horribly in terms of vision through the mid game.
Yeah, so a couple of interesting things, and to kind of go back to Amumu again, even though I like the champion, Jat, you were talking off camera before we got into the game, or during the game when we weren't on camera, about Amumu's not a good sightstone jungler. A little bit because he can't like ward deeply and get away with it, right? He's not a Gragas or Rexel who can leave on their own, so you don't get to deep ward much on Amumu, and we actually saw that compound a lot. So there was the like level 8 mid gank by Sneaky, which he goes in for the rocket jump and a buster shot to set up Yasuo, but Alistar's here, and Gragas too, and they're on pink wards, it's hard to clear away, but unfortunately that got turned around. About 50 minutes in, they go for a big fight on the right-hand side of the map, and again, the entire team of Gravity is there first, before Cloud9, because again, the ward coverage isn't there, it's all Fog of War. C9 goes for a risk. The risk doesn't pay off multiple times in this game, and these sort of aggressive moves are failing. And that's honestly very hard for C9 to deal with right there, and it feels like these aggressive moves are not paying out. That compounded with individual misplays, you're talking about the misplays from Hai. Sneaky is missing buster shots on like a leap into Crunch Gnar, which gives you like a second and a half to buster shot him, and it's still coming in late. Like these are also misplays that are compounding the issues these teams are facing.
All right, well, let's look across to the other side of the rift because we're ragging, of course, on Cloud9, but there are some great things happening over on the side of Gravity. Yeah. First, I want to start with Keen on the Victor. Both games here, impressive scoreline, lots of damage, highest damage dealt in the game coming from him both times.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see this get banned away. They're already banning away Zergot. That's cool. They banned away the Lulu as well. That could have been a Hostler ban as well, but C9 are clearly throwing in some respect bans, and right, with these guys able to first pick, C9 can really, really control what's allowed into the game. I think almost more so than Gravity can. And, you know, you're seeing Gravity do very well for themselves. Keen needs to get his Victor removed. He's clearly doing well in it.
Yeah, and in the last game even, Keen kind of had one main job, stay away from Hai's Bandage Toss and Ultimate. And if he does that, the damage from Victor is going to be enough to clear out the non-existent front line because it's just the one baby Amumu going in there. And one of the big questions we thought coming into this series was whether or not Incarnation was going to be one of the top flight mid laners as he was towards the end of the regular season, whether the time off was going to be a larger improvement for him, and whether Keen was going to be able to recover because his image took a giant hit during the playoffs. He was pretty badly defeated by TSM in their playoff series, and people kind of thought this was the end of Keen, but he's playing quite well this series.
Yeah. And one of the good points about how well Gravity is actually playing is that they have this triple tank line with, it has been Gnar and Gragas now, and then with Braum in the first game and then Alistar in the second game, is that they're playing really well together. They're finding the engagements, they're following up with, I think this game it was Alistar combo into Gnar follow-up, and when you can execute this properly, it's just very, very solid combo. And I think that is probably one of the reasons why they're doing so well in the team fights.
Seemingly operating 1 second ahead of Cloud9 in all of their calls.
Yeah. And again, a lot of this is, I think Bunny's actually a very good shot caller. Again, we're talking about the disparity in shot calling is getting closer against Hai. Move seems to be roughly back on form. His vision control is super good. And we were talking about how game 1 was close. Maybe you don't change things around. C9 definitely needs to break apart this team composition. Without Victor, it's much harder to run Ashe. I want to see this get broken up. I want to see Gravity forced to play something else because this comp is working.
I do want to jump into our replay 39 minutes into the game. We're at the Baron pit. 5-0 for Gravity here. And we're kind of going to return to your point about the defensive flashing on Amumu and where it would have been useful in this scenario.
Yeah. Cloud9 is putting all their eggs in one basket here. The only way they find successful team fights is if Hai lands a juicy ultimate. And here would have been his opportunity if he had flash. You just bandage to the Baron, flash, and hit everyone. As it is, though, Gravity knows there is no flash on Hai, so they do not respect the Amumu coming in here. And also, since there's such poor wave clear on Cloud9, Cloud9 knows if they give out the Baron, that they're probably losing an inhibitor anyway, so of course they go straight into the fight. They're late to the fight. Hai, the lone frontliner, is easily focused. And notice how Bunny completely zones Sneaky from that fight. It's not even a zone. He actually combos so that they can kill him instead of just hitting him away. And the threats of Cloud9 can just never enter. The triple front line that Trashy mentioned, very effective in this fight, but also the single point of failure as far as Cloud9's initiation with Hai was punished for not having flash.
Also, one of the things we see here is that they actually communicate really well on Gravity. We see Hai going in, and instantly the Gnar turns on the Amumu to peel him, and just keep him in the area. And then after that, when they know that the Amumu can't engage, they just turn on their backline. Yeah, so very good execution.
Yeah, that triple tank line really being super effective. The Alistar being able to effectively 1v4 zone off to the side while the Gragas and the Gnar peel for the 2 carries in the back line. Without that flash, there's no way Amumu's getting to him. Well, Gravity just need one more win against Cloud9 to close out this series. We'll see if they can make it a 3-0 when we come back. The North American Regional Qualifier continues in just 3.5.
Let's see, what are all the little mannerisms we sometimes have trouble with?
I'm gonna get solo killed.
Yeah, solo killed is a problem, so let's try to not die.
I'm gonna get solo killed.
Oh, you're gonna get solo killed?
I'm going to.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool, that's respectable.
Bunny Fufu, level 5, why not go on him? He doesn't have any way to break the CC or ult out. Hai in a bad spot, though.
Karma! Slowly.
I stopped Trace.
Trace and no W!
Yo, I'm here.
Can you Trace?
Trace, nice!
Kill Alistar. You got peel?
I'm ulting it.
I'm coming over. I'm stunning Keen. I like it a little.
Gives himself the give and go to get to safety. That's the ult against the wall. Hai was the only one not included. Sneaky and Hai, about 400 combined health. Haunter dives to the back line and they start shredding Cloud9. Sneaky just a few more hits. The house to come in from Haunter.
He's killing himself.
One last throw takes him down. The first North American Regionals looks like it might be going to Gravity as they're 2-0 over Cloud9.